Hi guys, I just wanted to make a short video and give you a tip. I don't know whether I've showed you this before. This is a mower I bought yesterday on Marketplace. It's a Honda 216, hru216D, 21-inch self-propelled. This is the older model before the blade brake model came out. So up on here on the levers, it's just got the drive lever. So when you start the mower up, the blades are spinning. I like these mowers because they're a little bit lighter than the one with the blade brake. And for jobs where they're on a slight slope or there's a stair or two, because I'm getting old, I like to have one of these mowers at all times, just for the extra lightness. Yeah, so they haven't made these for well over 10 years now. And as you can see, this one's in pretty good nick. The story was the bloke that bought it used it for a little while and got crook and couldn't mow anymore. So he put it under his house, and that's where it's been sitting for about 8 years, I think. So I pulled it out, and it started first pull with a bit of fuel in it, and yeah, I got it for $600. So I brought it home. I just wanted to tell you what I've done to it. He had a bush rock edge around his garden, and if you can see the wear here, it's not real bad on this side, but on the other side he'd really gouged into the deck, or the chassis if you like, and there's no wear on the inside, but the wear was on the outside. So I put that aluminium strip along there, just so it gives me a bit more longevity out of the base. What I do when I do get holes and the base is worn out, I just buy a new base and replace it, and you've virtually got a new mower then. But they're the original wheels. You can see the tread still on them. They're the one thing that wears really badly on these mowers. And I changed the oil, put a brand new air filter in it. I had to spray this linkage here. I upped the revs by moving the spring down to the bottom hole behind that plate and adjusting the screw at the front there. And it wouldn't turn off. That cable there wouldn't go right over and touch the off switch. It just needed a spray. It was just a little bit seized up through not being used, and it just works perfect. So not a bad score. I put a new starter rope on it because he had cut, I like the long one like that, so you don't have to bend over. He'd cut that off and had it right down here. So I just replaced the whole rope, and other than the bit of paint missing, and that just flaked off through it sitting there not being used, and a bit of corrosion, you know, the wet grass, and it just corrodes a bit and the paint flakes off. That's what that is, but you can see the condition of it. Just, this is the little tip that I wanted to show you, is that I don't know whether I've shown before. What I like to do with all my mowers, and you can do this with any mower, not just a Honda, and you can see on the height adjuster that there's no markings like numbers. Here I've got a little bit of, it's actually armature dye, but you can use anything. You could use a texture or a bit of paint. I like to count along 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I mark that notch, right? Now when I'm out mowing, if I need to change the height, so I'm cutting on 5 and you need to drop it down to 3, it's easier to look at that than to be counting from back here or counting from here going, oh, what am I on? So at a glance, I know where 5 is. And you get used to the heights that your mowers, all my Hondas cut at different heights. The old model of this that I have, which is over here, this is the one I've replaced it. It cuts really low. The new 216 that I have over here cuts really high. It would cut 2 notches higher than that one. So yeah, that's just something to be aware of when you do buy a Honda. And you just have, you know, if you've had a Honda and you're cutting at 3 on this lawn, and you get to it again and with your new mower and you drop it to 3, it could be lower, it could be higher. Just something to be aware of. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that little tip because it saves me a bit of time throughout the day mowing, and it's simple. Some mowers do have numbers on those along there, but the Hondas don't. You know, some mowers don't have many height levels at all, so it's pretty easy to gauge, but there's a few on the Honda. Anyway guys, that's just a little tip and a quick video. See yous.